So the odds are worse, and they keep getting worse because, like I said, the spiral where the universe is supposed to be having like our orbit go outward and always, increase with good positive energy rather than negative energy, which ends up being dark energy, which ends up being not noticeable because it's not in outer space, but it's from Earth, so it's neutral. You know what I mean? Electrons, negative electrons, photons, all of that ends up being something like how they used to talk about cell phones will scatter your brain cells or, microwaves. Well, all of that is true, but slowly to where everyone has an effect of going from super nice and family oriented to later on kind of sitting there slow, not knowing what to do, and people arguing and being upset and unhappy. So all of these things, as far as I've been conducting research, people were like, where's your proof and all that, blah blah blah. And a lot of people that are super smart, they're like, this guy has it already. Like he doesn't need to try to break down formula on a equation with chalk numbers, whatever he already knows. And he's not even like from NASA or nothing. But yet we don't have a lot of technology that NASA says we do. It's like a lot of just money wasted, as it's more of looking for alchemy resources. You know what I mean? In order to get in outer space, you need to look for dark deity type of freaking psychic knowledge for them to trick you in order for you to at least venture off and then go lose your life and never come back to Earth. Because the cycle of water, the cycle of how fire breathes, the cycle of life, everything is here on Earth. The chemical and the toxic waste and everything that they've made over years, you've had to like dump it either in the sky, shoot it in the sky, try to let it go in orbit, then it comes back around and then it freaking lands somewhere in the middle of nowhere, or it freaking gets buried, or it gets put in the ocean, and then oceans are polluted. There's a lot of things that it messes up for a bit, but Earth is a living thing where it try to heal and like cleanse it for you. But mass production and trying to do it just for money, that's where Earth is like, dude, I can't even win. You guys are gonna destroy me. So this is real, even though it seems like this guy's talking for the Earth, blah blah. Hey, I was a natural person that was meditating, and trees woke me up. One of my first posts was like the happening, where people were, doing crazy things as soon as like that pollinated type of resonating fucking frequency. Sorry, my language. Hit them, and all of a sudden their whole life changed and they did crazy stuff. Well, instead of that, mine was an eye opener. Like I said to a lot of people, 40 minutes on and off. Body had to breathe like once or twice in between just to keep the body living, and then stop breathing again. But yeah, like I said, all of that experience of that one time when I was out, it just showed me and made me feel like kind of lost for a bit. But during that time I was out, it's like my mind knew everything, and then little triggers here and there make me get those type of memories back to where I'm like, dude, this is what I remember. And that's why I have to be careful, because things will always tell you big signs, before like things get worse and worse and worse as far as them getting that bad. I really hope everyone is starting to get world peace, and I hope this is reaching enough people to get to their nations or whatever, and then them stop fighting. Because really, when you look at the science, and you have people that have been conducting a lot of research but not really having any guarantee or understanding with the relationship with Earth, that's where it's like you need somebody that really does pay attention to that. What else is there to say? There's a lot that I want to disclose. So how the odds are getting worse against you? Well, it's not God that works in mysterious ways, putting you through all this crazy stuff. It's more of that happening without, evolution's sponsorsness of trying to put you through loopy holes. No, God wouldn't, make you pay taxes. God wouldn't make you freaking suffer, or, all this type of stuff. It's like more of just, the Earth and all of that does not want to take out all of his creation. There's people that actually are worth saving, and then there are those that are messing it up. So when you ask anybody, is it supposed to be where we destroy ourselves and die out like the dinosaurs, or do we keep living or whatever? Oh well, it's God's plan. Well, it's not God's plan if He didn't ever want you to die out. Otherwise He would have just left you with the water that's what the heck is it called? When the waters rise and all that. Mother Earth decided to just let go of all that water that's down below, and then come up here and boom, 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 get I forgot what's called, the rainbow. I'm spacey right now, but yeah, all that stuff is real. So after that rainbow stuff, everyone kept acting like if it was God that always put you through this and that test. If people stop messing with these type of things and being rulers of making these outrageous things, everybody would have just already had a regular good life. So it's not God that works in mysterious ways. It's more of God just being there for you. But whatever happens, it's not God that made it happen. It's God that made you survive all that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people aren't lucky. A lot of people have to go just because of how it goes in an organized type of time matter. It's like inevitable. So really, there's a lot of people, and I'm one of them, who have been near-death experiences before, and I was blessed that through all of that stuff of seeming like the faculty. That was one of the things that tripped me out when I talked about on my Facebook, where my sister hadn't even left the apartment for a while, and there was a caterpillar in the bathtub, and she screamed. And when she walked in there, it wasn't there. But when she was about to leave out of the bathroom, out of nowhere, she screamed. And I barely moved her in there from being homeless, but she didn't leave the apartment for a while, like a long time. She didn't even go outside to the balcony. So I was like, how did this caterpillar get in here? And it was just really trippy, because even though it sounds fake, whatever, we do have things happen like that. People disappear from bus, kids from a bus, time warp. You got people getting pulled over with the camera on the officer on the chest. You have a lot of mysterious things. So really, when they're talking about the apple and the snake giving you the influence, or when they're talking about it wasn't a snake, it was a worm in the apple. It's not really that, but it is still something strange. I mean, why do we call animals the Watchers? Why is it known for like birds, goats, lions, and snakes? Like, why is everything so much of the Watchers? And there's a lot of hocus pocus that is really real, that has opened my eyes, because there's been people that have been known for doing crazy things, and they've suffered. I mean, like I always bring up, Summer of Sam. He was a little baby boy just like all of us, but still, he military, and he went to the dorm, or the thing where they had that big. I'm not a college person, but yeah, he was alumni, not alumni. Maybe he was alumni, but he was something where he went to all of these, and he ended up doing witchcraft. And either he got possessed to think that the dog was talking to him, or it was somebody with psychic powers who really was messing with him. When you think about certain offices where they hire every year, it always says we're hiring, and you're thinking, aren't these people, top secret type of stuff, but yet they have like old school stuff, Craigslist and all that they were hiring. Where do those people go, and what do they do? Well, that's classified. Well, why is there so many people going through some crazy stuff about life? Like, if they think demons are talking to them, why did I uncover that there's certain projects that have cost lots of money, whether it was supposedly people investors, or it was, like I say, a lot of taxpayers' monies. No matter what, all these projects, they cost too much while the rest of the world is suffering, whether it's your backyard, my backyard. It's just really, everything is messed up. One thing I don't like, and a lot of people agree with me, is when you're driving and you see all these people standing around, but they're getting paid really high wages, as far as being like state or government, jobs, just whatever the heck, of doing these things, digging and all that. It's like, what the heck? Every time you drive by, there's a freeway that takes forever to get built. There's that finishing right there. When are they going to finish this? All that place looks abandoned, but yet it's a job site. When is this going to happen? It happens a lot, especially in California, with people just really having one person dig while the rest stand around and just, I don't get it. I mean, in construction, we didn't do that, So why are these road workers always doing that type of lazy stuff? I really care about everybody, but I don't like seeing people suffer making a little bit of money while others are just milking it. And then, the wages are crazy how this job gets paid that much. This one works off their butt, but it makes that much. You know what I mean? It's just, where's the economy going? And that's why I've been on all of this for every single reason, whether it's your life, my life, Jesus' life, our kids' life. Everybody's life is important. And I always look like a madman just because of how much I cared and how serious I am. I can't grow older and just, take the beating and think somebody has to stand up for everybody. You know what I mean? That's why it's just that wild where I care. I don't have kids, but I really do feel strong. Like if I found the right woman, I would have had a good life. But with everything I've been through, I know that it's not safe, because when you constantly get messed with or something, like for instance UMA, is there a lot of people that get put halfway through each course and don't get to graduate and then owe a lot of money? Is that on purpose that it happens, or was it me? The trials that I've been through to survive or get on my feet with working or having these environments that were unsafe, and I could either just, lost control and got locked up and gone to prison, or did I always have to just somehow get away from situations where I was angry because I'm tough, but yet I had to walk away because it's not my future that I need to waste. You know what I mean? When you go places that you work and certain people that just somehow are your boss and they're the laziest, whatever, and they down talk you, or even that, that's other people. That was restaurants for me. Here, it's more of good job, keep the hustle up. Well, 6 months from now, are you going to somehow at least give me $1 raise, or are you just going to keep me working there for a while you move up? And next thing you know, you're not my manager no more. You're already a bigger manager making a bigger salary now. All of that stuff matters when you notice a lot of people don't care about retail, and one guy comes out of nowhere going, boom, and all the work's done in half or whatever. Now it's you don't even need to have that many employees. And then I feel like I robbed all the employees, my coworkers. So I'm just nah, I gotta start working slower like everyone else. But when everyone keeps working slow, it keeps destroying the economy. See, everything has to be molded in a better way for living. Otherwise, you're going to see too many people break families apart, struggle over the cost, complain. People freaking feel down and out, and they separate. You got more homeless people. You got parents at home that are very sad. You got kids that are missing their parents while their grandmas take care of them. You know what I mean? All these different things I have seen and I'm aware of. So if this isn't bad enough, then what will be? I mean, it just keeps getting worse. Anyways, so yeah. Intellect is very important, and if you're not thinking for yourself, then it just seems like you have a chip in you, you're brainwashed, or it's just somehow you're already past a certain age where you're already programmed, Dr. Joe Espinoza always says that by 35, you're already having a trait of habits that you can't get rid of, and a lifestyle that you wish you didn't have and you could recorrect, but it's very hard, And I'm 34, and a lot of things I've been trying to change around, but I also trip out that with what I've uncovered history-wise, it should have already been in a progress to really help a lot more people. But this video is going super long, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube. But like I said, YouTube, somehow a lot of my videos say 0 viewers.